Welcome to the Arizona Wildcats Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports editor Ryan Finley, here with what I'm assuming is an exhausted Daniel Burke. Daniel, you burned the midnight oil a little bit Saturday night. The reason Arizona connected on that Hail Mary pass at the buzzer to beat Cal in their Pac-12 opener, as crazy a finish as you've seen?
Ever in any sport. I mean, in person, it was just, it was nuts. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I'm a writer. I'm paid to write and describe things, and it's hard to describe it because it was just the most improbable thing. I mean, it was 3rd and 16 from like their own 24. I mean, the game was over. It was absolutely over after the offensive pass interference call to Caleb Jones, and then he dropped the ball right after. It was the game was over, and then it wasn't.
It's crazy. Daniel, everybody's going to talk about the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary.
There you go.
As the difference maker in the game, and certainly it was, but there were 3 or 4 plays that led up to that where you could see the momentum start to turn a little bit. Take me through just a couple of them.
I thought the biggest one and the first one was Tremaine Bondurant's, kind of fluke interception. Mm-hmm. It was, at that point, it was 31-13 open the fourth. Arizona kicks a field goal to make it 31-16, and you felt like even then they maybe missed their chance a little bit because you need touchdowns at that point. It's 31-16, and then he gets an interception. They get the ball in deep territory, and then they score right away. Mm-hmm. And to me, that gave them new life. And then, obviously the onside kick recovery that, again, was Tremaine Bondurant. He didn't do anything on that play. Tremaine Bondurant turned, and the ball was in his stomach. Yeah. But, again, that's what Tremaine Bondurant does, and that changed the game. And they go down and score, and even though they don't get the 2-point conversion, those 2 plays to me, Bondurant changed the complexion of the game. And that's what that guy does, and they're happy to have him back.
Absolutely. Was this a matter of Cal making mistakes down the stretch, or was it Arizona finally kind of clicking?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it was more what I wrote about in today's Star, that Cal was out of gas. Mm-hmm. Cal was absolutely out of gas those last 3 or 4 minutes. And Arizona, as Rich Rod said after the game, they could have played overtime. They could have played 3 overtimes. They were ready to keep playing. And as Anu Solomon told me this week, I mean, we were feeling good. We were ready to go. I think that was the biggest factor, was that they had plenty left and Cal didn't. And I thought Cal, made some, tactical errors down the stretch. I think Jared Goff, me and you, the first 3 quarters going back and forth on Twitter, singing this guy's praises. He's an NFL guy.
He's Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, and then on 3rd and 6, before the missed field goal, on the most important play of the game for Cal and what could turn out to be the season, he's on the sideline, and you run up the middle with Luke Benzer when everyone in the stadium knows what you're doing. Right. So there's everything that could have gone wrong for Cal in those last few minutes did, and everything that could have gone right for Arizona, despite 2 pass interference calls, did.
And the result, Arizona is 4-0 heading into a giant game with Oregon. Very good stuff as always, Daniel.
It'll be fun. It'll be a fun game.
Absolutely. And you heard Greg Hansen. Greg Hansen has been complaining about how hard it is to get into Autzen Stadium and what chaos it is on game day. I can't wait for you to experience that.
It's a good thing Oregon doesn't have a good quarterback or anything.
Yeah. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the Arizona Wildcat Show. For Daniel Burke, I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.